But we're going to go back to Cleveland right now, where Baseball Hall of Famer Jim Palmer's in the Madison broadcast booth. Jim, what has stood out the last two nights about Kluber and Carrasco dominating the Orioles?
Well, I think everybody understood because we saw Corey Kluber pitch against the Orioles in Baltimore how good he is. I mean, he was 13-6, pitched well enough to win his 14th game. Just outstanding numbers. Didn't really give you much of a chance. Did give up the run in the 8th inning, shut him out for the first 7 as he did in New York. In Baltimore, he struck out 19 in the 2 starts against it. And then Carrasco, I heard what Rick Dempsey said. He's coming off his first start in New York all the way since April, where he pitched horribly. Mickey Callaway, the pitching coach, said, listen, he's got a plus arm. He has a plus breaking ball. We saw that all night long. Threw a couple of split changeups, strikeouts early on. Didn't walk anybody. Kept the ball in the ballpark. And the interesting thing about these two clubs is they score the same amount of runs, 4.4 runs a game, but they do it in different ways. Higher on-base percentage, more stolen bases for the Indians, higher batting average. But where it comes down to, the Orioles hit home runs. If they don't hit home runs, we showed you, they're 13-0 the second half, but they're now 1-4. They got out-homered the last 2 nights. Anytime you get retired 19 in a row and you give up a 3-run home run and a 2-run home run, which Jimenez did tonight, you're not going to win. So I don't know if it's really frustrating because, again, Kluber can pitch and Carrasco may be a surprise, but he outpitched Carrasco to Jimenez tonight, and that's pretty much what baseball's all about, is your starter better than theirs. Last night, Chen was able to match pitches with Kluber, but tonight it was a mismatch.
Jimmy, I'm curious about Ubaldo Jimenez. This guy has been an outstanding pitcher in the past and has gone through some great streaks. How could a guy of his quality be struggling so much almost every single outing?
Well, I'm going to agree to disagree. He had one good month last year. He's 9-9. He went 4-0, so he won 13. And he was 13-9 last year. Pitched pretty well, but didn't win a lot of games. Why is that? Because he walks a lot of guys, strikes out a lot of guys. You can steal bases on him. Last year he kept the ball in the ballpark more than he did tonight. Of course, the 2 home runs. But again, the stuff is very average. So if you don't command it and you're behind, he walked the first 2 guys. Then he throws the ball up over his head, as you talked about. So you're down 3-0. Pitches pretty well till he gets to the 5th. Gets behind Dickerson, ball up, double, ball up to Ramirez, single, hanging curveball. All of a sudden the game is over. So again, he just hasn't pitched well. And if you go back, he really has not pitched consistently well since 2010. I just think this was a misgauge of a pitcher's ability. I can't say it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to tell you he has great stuff, because he does it. And again, if you don't command it, it's going to be a long season. So, hopefully if he gets another chance. And I'm really wondering, you're in a pennant race. You have a 7-8 game lead. You want to maintain that. I think you have better starting pitchers than Ubaldo Jimenez, and it'll be very interesting to see if the Orioles go in that direction.
Jim, when you look back, though, still 5 base runners for the Orioles for the game, and they basically have scored 1 run in the 2 games. 27 times this year out of 52 losses, they have scored either 2, 1, or no runs. Some of the blame has to also be put on the hitting when they do not win ball games.
Oh, of course it does. I mean, obviously tonight, he would have had to pitch a shutout to be competitive. But at the end of the day, you feel good about yourself when you pitch well, and Ubaldo didn't do that. So we know the Orioles can, when you face good pitching, can be offensively challenged because they don't steal bases. Even tonight, leadoff manner on in the first, double play, didn't advance him. Leadoff guy on the second, didn't advance him. Leadoff double in the third, didn't advance him. So they had their opportunities to get on the board early. Maybe that would have made a difference. But at the end of the day, they got out pitched, they got out hit, they've got out homered. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be a tough trip, because again, they're going to get Sale the first night. You're going to get Quintana. We know how well they can pitch. So, I think sometimes you have to take the overall 1-loss record for a team, and then you got to look at the individual matchups. We knew Kluber could pitch. We know Carrasco has as good a stuff, or maybe better stuff, than any of the Orioles starters. I'm not saying he's a better pitcher, but his stuff-wise is right up there or better than anybody that the Orioles throw out there. So tonight he showed it. And again, this is going to be a tough road trip. You're just going to have to maybe tomorrow. It's to me, a crucial game, and hopefully Kevin Gausman will pitch well. Certainly capable of doing that.